ridge of mountains here, folks, they play a very large part in the tour. Because right up until just before lunchtime, we're going to be running parallel with this ridge of mountains. And then at lunchtime, we go right up into the top of them. We have lunch up at the very top, and we get back to Killarney right through the mountains.
Today we are taking a tour of the Ring of Kerry. We were on a bus tour. You probably already heard something. I probably already showed it. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? But right now we are looking at the old-timey village of kind of like a colonial Williamsburg model of Ireland back in the day. So here you go.
A blog village.
A bog village, not a blog village.
Did you say blog?
No, you said blog.
I said bog.
Oh, maybe I heard
meant
blog.
To say bog. You're just blog is on your mind.
Okay, I'll show you around.
Beautiful.
Ye old trash bags. No, I'm just kidding.
Peat.
So they're burning peat, which smells delightful.
It does. It smells kind of like a softer campfire.
Yeah. I like the thatching. It actually feels relatively cool in here.
Yeah.
So if this is like really as hot as it gets, probably a little bit hotter.
Of course, I bet it helps keep
Catholicism.
more of a constant temperature.
Yeah, more of a constant temperature.
It's probably slightly cooler, but
Do you think they would have had gravel?
no.
So back in the day, Caitlin and I used to be obsessed with gypsies.
Because I did a project on.
Yeah, you did. Well, yeah, you were even more obsessed.
Well, that's why.
Oh. As I fall from the caravan steps.
That's like Rennie's neighbour had in Givelloch. I don't know if you can remember.
Come here.
They had a very big one.
remember.
In a
No.
lovely dog.
Lovely.
It says that after 7 years of age, they tend to lie around a lot. I guess 'cause
yeah.
their work's so hard.
Yeah. Also, they're like a billion years old.
That's the King Puck himself. For the festival, we get a live one.
Oh, look at it, says King Puck.
Yeah.
Nobody's listening to Sean. I said, have the cameras ready. Now they all start getting the camera. Now we cross over the River Lown. This is called the River Lown. This is the river that flows out of the lakes of Killarney and it goes right into the Atlantic Ocean. That's all fresh water, folks, out of the lakes of Killarney. You can see how the town is built on the hill overlooking it. These houses are extremely old, the houses within the town. They're all built with stone. The walls of these houses could be anything up to 3 and 4 feet in diameter. Built with solid stone, limestone. When the sand and cement came, we plastered them over and we painted them up nicely. But you'll see examples of the stonework as we go up here through the town. Killarney is the name of the town. Built on the River Lown. This is the square here where these two people are standing. That's where the platform would be, and the goat would be up there about 50 feet in the air, overlooking all the proceedings. The cop shop is here, so that he is quite safe.
Now everybody, the variety is Herdwick. Herdwick are originally Swedish. Their wool is quite strong and ideal to make carpet. If you visit the Lake District in Britain in your lifetime, you'll find the Herdwicks there. They were introduced by Beatrix Potter, the famous children's book writer. The little lad is 10 or 11 weeks, but it'll be 6 months before he's the colour of mother, and that's about as light in colour as they will get. Now everybody, the variety is Dorset and they're very popular in Australia, New Zealand for lamb. And there is Kerry Hill, but nothing to do with lunchtime, everybody. And there is Kerry Hill, but nothing to do with our Kerry Ireland. They're actually from the slopes of Wales, and they're for lamb. Back in our history, everybody, before the Arran sweater was ever heard of, the families on the Arran Islands would use the wool of the Galway sheep to make what was known as the fisherman's sweater. Each family had their own pattern, i.e. the boxes and the buttons. And don't forget, everybody, that tourism in Ireland was practically non-existent until after the Second World War. You could take to the air and you could fly on vacation. So as people visited the west of Ireland, they marvelled at these unusual sweaters and they wanted them for souvenirs. And back then you just didn't go in a shop and buy one, that didn't exist. You went to the family that produced the pattern of your liking. They measured you up, you paid them, and you went home. A couple of months later you received your sweater in the post. Now we've come a long ways from there. We have a thriving Arran sweater industry. So there is our native called Galway, and that is original Arran sweater wool. As you can see, everybody, it's typical Irish, easily led. The sheep in front of you, I want to move them side to side a little first. Away.
Charlie. His eyes, look.